sky is falling down. Ain't nobody here to play around.
It's the most entertaining, longest reigning YouTube channel in Death Frontier history with your host, the man that runs the show, the man that everybody knows, the man that's right here in the flesh, the man that is the very best. Turn up his sound because it's about to go down right here, right now. It's Champion. What is going on, everybody? Today is April 2nd, and yeah, y'all predicted it. I wasted no time making a video to start off the month of April, so I'm going to start off with a bang with another X weapon review. We got the MP5, but before I get into that, I want to say that I gave out all the prizes for my last giveaway, and I'm having a big giveaway right now during this video. I'm giving out another big weapon, but before I get into that, I want to give a special shout out to Smoochy for letting me borrow the X-MP5. So special shout out to Smoochy. Exit that out for Smoochy. And I want to give a special shout out, here it goes, to Mike M1K EEEE. I think that's 4 E's. Yes, it is. I want to give this guy a shout out because he managed to donate me a, go to my inventory and equipment, XL-Gunner 8, near God crafted, 8 accuracy, 6 reloaded, 8 critical hit. So shout out to Mike for doing such a generous thing. And look at his items. He has a bioreactive, a scar, a warg, and a penknife. He didn't even have to donate this XL-Gunner. He could have used the money for the gun for a Tata or a junker, because he is upgrading explosives. So just the fact that he managed to donate an XL-Gunner 8 for the giveaway, I mean, that's just incredible, man. He's a real one, man. I mean, we need more people like him in the community. So XL-Gunner 8, all you gotta do is drop your ID to qualify for the giveaway. I'll draw the winner like 3 to 4 days starting from today, so I'll draw the winner from then. So like I said, be sure to drop your ID and I'll be selecting one winner. I'm not giving out any other weapons during this video, just one winner, one winner, one finale. You guys get it. Alright, so I'm gonna go into the wiki and talk a little bit about the X-MP5. So I'm gonna dive right into this video. Here we go. Alright, so the first thing I noticed, because I looked over this before I went over this video, before I was going to go over this video, so I looked at the 9 cutter and the X-MP5, or should I say the 9 cutter and the X-Dusk SMG, and I realized that both these SMGs are the exact same thing. The only difference is that the X-Dusk SMG has 120 round capacity and the 9 cutter has 80 round capacity, and the strengths are different. So 30 strength required, 25 strength required. So that's not, that's really nothing really. So the DPS is the exact same thing. The hit per second, the exact same thing. So just want to get that out of the way so you guys don't be like, oh, why didn't you use the 9 cutter too? Well, they're the same thing, so it really doesn't matter. So the XMP5, I'm going to compare it to the X-Dusk SMG during this video. So the round capacity, that's the first thing I noticed. Like I told you guys, the X-Dusk SMG is 120 round capacity and the XMP5 is only a 30 round capacity. I'll make this a little bigger so I can read off the stats for you guys so you guys can see it. So 9mm handgun ammo, and it's crazy because I went on the marketplace to buy some. It's actually $18K a box of 9mm handgun ammo. Like, I never really expected that type of ammo to be expensive. I expected like 8,000, 9,000, maybe even 7 to 6,000, but 18K a box. I mean, that really threw me off guard. 20 machine gun skill required. It requires 0 strength, so I thought that was pretty cool. And the average damage per second, I'm gonna scroll up and compare it. So it's 173 for the 9 cutter. Well, like I said, the DPS of the X-Dusk SMG and the 9 cutter are the same. So what I'm going over here is the same thing. Alright, so 173.14 and 328.97 crit. And the damage per hit of the 9 cutter slash X-Dusk SMG is 20.2, and the crit is 101.02. And the X-MP5 is 183.43, and the crit is 348.51, and the damage per hit is 21.4, and the crit is 107.02. It's really not that much of a difference. To sum it all up, the MP5 has 10 more damage per second and 20 more crit than the X-Dusk SMG, and the damage per hit is graded by just 6 for the crit and 1.2 for the damage per hit. So the DPS is really not that much, and on top of that, the X-Dusk SMG has a lot of round capacity. So I'm going to say right now, I'm predicting that the X-Dusk SMG is a lot better than the X-MP5 just because of the rounds. And I mean, it is fast reload speed, so I'm sure like when you reload your gun, it's really not going to have that much of an effect. But maybe the X-MP5 is going to be a little better, but at the same time, it's not going to be that much better where you want to get the gun. But, you know, we'll see how it works. I'm going to test it out in the inner city first. And after that, I'm going to do some PvP with it. And, you know, just test. Obviously, I can't really count the rounds. Actually, I can. I could just remember, like, how many shots are going off at the bottom left. So, you know, we'll get into that later. So, let's dive into the inner city and let's test this baby out. Alright, so I'm currently 1 up from the inner city. In the X-MP5, I never really talked that much in terms of like what it looks like, the design of it. I think the design is pretty on point in my opinion, just because it definitely looks like an advanced version of the regular MP5 itself. The only thing that I don't really like with the MP5 is just the color of the skin. Like, I just think it's too plain. It would have been cool if he would have made like some nice camo, or like maybe like a black coating, or make it a little shinier. Like the X-Dusk SMG, I feel like it's more shinier. It's more like you can see it more. And in the inner city, if I quickly switch it, it does look like the same exact thing out in the inner city. So I thought that was pretty interesting as well. And man, let me just talk about a little bit of the history of the SMG. I mean, not many people use the weapon. It has very little knockback, and it's just not that much of a popular weapon to use out in the inner city. But back in my day, I used to have like a huge love for the Chris Victor. It was always one of the first weapons that I wanted to use once I started playing Dead Frontier, and I got a hold of it. I started using it for a little bit, and I was like, man, I don't like this knockback. I need something better. I want more EXP. So I got rid of the Chris Victor. So that's just a little summary of my history with the SMG as a whole. But I do like I already had the X-Dusk SMG Godcraft. I do like using it in the arena just for fun. And people like to usually just be like, yo, champion, 10101, SMG versus SMG. I'm like, sure, why not? So, you know, I usually have fun with it. And the MP5 is really taking out things pretty quick out in the inner city. And I want to test this out individually on the zombie. So my normal zombie, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shots. But obviously you're not going to be like clicking the mouse. You're going to be holding it and killing things much quicker. But if you get like a whole like group of aggro, it takes it out pretty quick. So 2 shots for a siren, 3 shots for a regular zombie. And really all it depends, obviously, if you land your critical hits or not. I want to see if I can get the aggro really going. I think the SMG is really important when it comes to just like, obviously like machine guns as a whole. It's important to take aggro out in the crowd rather than, you know, individually. I mean, nobody's going to want to see me just take out a zombie one by one with a regular SMG. There's just no point in that. Alright, so here we go. I got the aggro all grouped up. And let's see how quickly it takes everything out. So the tendrils definitely look like they went out pretty quickly there. And the aggro is cleared. So, I mean, it's really not that bad. Like, even the knockback of it. Like, I even think the knockback is actually much better than I expected. To be fair, I haven't, like I told you guys, I haven't used the SMG in a long time. So, what I'm seeing right now is really like a first for me, personally. Because I don't even remember, like, the last time I used the SMG besides that Chris Victor I was telling you guys about. So, let me try the regular one. Ooh, you can tell with the sound, like the SMG, I mean, it's loud. I mean, it sounds like firecrackers. I actually like the sound of the MP5 a lot better. So I'm gonna mute myself for a couple seconds so you guys can actually hear the sound and tell me what you think. Yeah, I feel like I like the MP5 better. Like, I feel like the SMG, there's just too much to it. Like I said, it just sounds like a bunch of firecrackers. But the XMP5, it definitely sounds more realistic, and it's just more soothing. Like, I actually like the noise of it, to be honest with you. So, right now, here we go. This is a lot of aggro. And it's taking it out kind of quick. I just wish the ammo was a lot more cheaper. Like, if the ammo was cheap, I would be like, yeah, man, this weapon is, like, really worth the buy. Like, 18K a box, it's like, man, I'd rather just upgrade to a heavy machine gun and just buy 14 millimeter or 12.7 that's like just as expensive as the 9 millimeters. So whiskey, I'll take that. I'm actually looting live during a weapon review, but this weapon is actually pretty good. I'm switching to X-Dusk SMG for like 30 seconds, just a little bit. I want to see how quickly it takes it out. I mean, to be honest with you, it's tough to really see the difference between the two SMGs, which is what I predicted. Obviously, the DPS isn't really that much of a difference, and it's tough to really tell when the aggro isn't like flowing, like I told you guys. So I'm gonna keep switching areas. Alright, so here we go. This ain't too bad. I also have 25k rounds, so I mean, I'm pretty sure I transferred over my .55 handgun ammo, my ghost ammo that is, so what I'm shooting now is just the remaining of my ghost ammo. That's how long it's been since I used the SMG, but right now, the SMG, X-Dusk SMG I should say, putting in some decent work. I'm gonna switch it again. Man, I do like the X-MP5, like I really... Like me personally, I don't really turn my sound that much to hear the weapons, but that X-Dusk SMG, like it's kind of annoying to hear. But right now, this XMP5, my opinion of it, I'm gonna tell you guys right now. I mean, it's pretty expensive, the parts and to craft it. It's definitely not worth crafting the XMP5, and I would definitely say wait a while before getting it. And 9 cutters are even going really down in the marketplace as well, so it might be even worth just buying a 9 cutter. But I mean, I've realized a couple of things with the XMP5 that, you know, that caught me off guard. Like I told you guys, the knockback, and it's just how quickly it's taking out the aggro. Like you can't really tell the difference between the Dust SMG and the MP5, but I can tell that the MP5 is taking out the aggro a little bit quicker. Like I said, it's really tough to notice, but this is definitely a really fun review for me personally, just because I'm not an SMG user, and just because I learned a couple things with the MP5 and just SMGs as a whole. And let me guys know what you think. Are you an SMG user? What do you think of the XMP5? What do you think of the skin of it? How do you feel about the knockback? How quickly it takes out the aggro? And yeah, I'm really interested to read the comments. And I'm gonna leave this on pause. I think I gave a pretty decent inner city review for the most part. I wish I could have gotten the aggro a little bit more flowing, but I think there's a couple. Oh, here we go. Let's see if I can pull out the raid cannon. How about that? How about I shoot off the raid cannon one more time, and let me get this aggro going. I'm not even going to shoot the aggro with the raid cannon. I'm going to just group it all. Alright, so here we go. 3 zombies, man. That's a lot. Alright, so 10, 15. So we'll see how quickly this takes it out. And one thing I want to talk about real quick, the reload. I haven't even talked about this. So I didn't even... The fact that I didn't talk about it goes to show, like, I didn't even realize the reload. Like, the reload is really not that bad. It's like 1-2 seconds. I mean, the reload is the same for both weapons, fast reloading speed. It's just the X-Dusk SMG has 120 rounds capacity. So the MP5, I mean, it's like a 1 to 2 second reload, which, you know, ain't that bad. But at the same time, there you have it, inner city review. Time to do a PvP review. I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm not sure if anybody's online to test it out with me, but I'm going to find somebody and we're going to see how quickly both these SMGs really take out an opposing player out in the inner city or, you know, arena. It's the same thing. So here we go. Alright, so I got a man called Optic Demons to test both these SMGs out with me. So I'm going to do the X-Dusk SMG first. Right now I have 120 round capacity like I told you guys earlier, so I'm gonna just see how many rounds it drops from 120. I'm also going to see if I can calculate how many seconds it took for me to kill Optic Demons as well. So I'll be sure to go back to this clip and just, you know, keep track of how many seconds it actually took to kill him. So here we go. I just typed go to him, so he's going to go on AFK, and here we go. Oh man, this is going to be fun. So really want to use a 75, maybe 77. I'm gonna have to go to the replay, but that was actually a lot more quicker than I expected. So what's 120 minus 75? I'll do minus 77 because I'm pretty sure I shot a couple extra shots. So 120 minus 77, 43. So 43 shots around there. So 43 to 45 shots it took to kill Optic Demons with the X-Dusk SMG. And the thing with SMGs as a whole, it's very difficult to PvP with. I highly recommend you back up, keep a distance, and let the opponents come to you. Because when it comes to SMGs, when people look at you with a tiny machine gun, they're going to be like, oh man, this guy doesn't know what he's doing. Arena's all about Wraith Cannon and Long Shot, or Garand, or, you know, X-Dusk Carbine. They're going to see someone with the SMG and they're going to be like, oh man, that's an easy kill. So that's when you got to back up, keep a distance. They're going to chase you, and that's when you got to make sure you land your shots. And once you land your shots and you're backpedaling, you're going to be able to land more critical shots, and you're going to be really doing a lot of damage to them. So 45 to 47, 43 to 45 shots with the X-Dusk SMG, I should say. I mean, that's really great damage. I actually expected like 60 maybe. So yeah, I was wrong about that. And the MP5, I'm predicting like, I don't know, maybe like 30 to 20, 35 shots. How about that? 35 shots with the X-MP5. That's my prediction. We're waiting for Optic Demons to get back, and yeah. Alright, so right now I'm kicking myself a little bit because I just realized throughout this whole entire X-MP5 review that I actually have implants on. So, I mean, the thing with implants, I mean, obviously it's going to make a difference, but like, as long as you guys see the difference between the two SMGs, like, I don't feel like redoing the whole video without implants again. So everything you see during this video just kind of like minus it a little bit. So it took like 43 to 45 hits to kill Optic Demons. So if I didn't have any implants on, it probably would have taken 45 to 50 hits to kill Optic Demons. So the implants, they make a difference, but I mean, I'm not going to say they make a significant difference and it's going to ruin the whole video, because this video is a really great video. You guys are seeing everything right now, and I just told him to go 30 rounds, so here we go. That's 30 shots. Ooh, so 20. So 34 shots it took. So 30 round capacity. So I took 30 shots. I had to reload, and I went 1, 2, 3, 4, and I stopped at 26, and I took an extra shot. So 34 shots it took for me to kill Optic Demons with the X-MP5. So it did around 7 to 10 shots less than the X-Dusk SMG, and I think that was a really great, you know, comparison right there, because you guys definitely got to see like how much of a difference it is. And it's really not that much of a difference. It's like 5 to 10 second difference, and with the SMG you're going to be shooting quick. And I would say that MP5, it took around like 1 second less to kill Optic Demons than it did with the X-Dusk SMG. And yeah, there you have it for the arena review, and I'm gonna go back to Outpost and conclude the video for you guys. Alright, so there you have it. That concludes the X-MP5 review. And once again, I apologize for having implants on. I completely forgot about that. I know how much you guys uh, consider implants and without implants. And when I first started using implants for my review, I got a lot of criticism for it. People told me to take them off, and I actually put them on during this video. But like I said, overall, it was a really great comparison, and I showed you guys exactly what you wanted, whether it was the inner city, whether it was the arena. And I'm gonna say this one more time so you guys don't forget. I am giving out that near God crafted XL-Gunner. Shout out to Mike once again. So be sure to drop your IGN or ID, and you'll be able to qualify for that XL-Gunner. And I'm gonna advertise my Twitter. I haven't been on here in a long time, a follower, so I'm definitely gonna have to start going back to Twitter, start being active on there again. So I'm gonna be posting my latest video on Twitter once I'm done, uploading it. And the Patreon, here we go. I got 2 Patreons, $5 per month. So be sure to donate if you want more giveaways, advanced giveaways I should say, or if you donate more you get special privileges and benefits for the champion fan base. So keep that in mind as well. And the Discord, we have over 220 members on this Discord. I think it's like 216 maybe, so around there. That is a lot of members. People are typing as I speak. This Discord is very active. It's popping. I mean, this Discord is the second most popular Discord on Dead Frontier. First most popular Discord is obviously the Dead Frontier Discord itself, but this Discord is very active. I'm in this call every single day, so if you want to talk to me, I'm in the general chat every day on this Discord. So if you want to get a chance to, I'll have a little meet and greet, we can get it going, we can get it popping. And like I said, be sure to stop in this Discord. I'll drop the link underneath the description, and I'm gonna go back to my profile, and I might as well end it right there. Thanks for watching, everybody. Love y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace out.